And that whilst your purpose
that you've signed up to and we share together is to be your best in all you do.
And greatness can only be measured by the difference between before you showed up and after you showed up. If I look at the number of people whose lives have been transformed by your voice, that's how we measure your greatness.
So guys, as I mentioned earlier, this is really going to be a Q&A session. I have a few questions for Joyce. I'll just be throwing out to ask for the time that we have, and then she will answer. If you have a few other questions you'd like to chip in, I'm sure she'll be glad to take some as long as we have time for it. So first question, Joyce, can you just tell us about Joyce? Who is Joyce? And I think that's almost, but yes, I would like to know, give us a bit of background to who Joyce Daniels is, and then we'll take it to the next level. Can we start with that?
Okay, I am number 7 of 9 children, born to the OMN family. So from a very young age with very intelligent older ones, and I wasn't half as smart. I was never first and I didn't win any prize for any. I was a fighter from young, trying to create my own identity, saying, no, I'm not my sister. When they ask me, can't you be like your sister? I said, no, I'm not her. She's not me. So I'm a fighter. I've been a fighter forever. I'm part of the Dodo gang. I'm one of the excos in the Dodo gang. If you're there, please, let's see you. You know, we have to have Dodo every day. So I've been on stage since I was a little child. Yes, I'm John Owamen's older sister. I was on stage for acting, for singing, for dancing, for debates. When I was 10, that was the first time I emceed an event. It was the first Ladies Children's Concert in Abuja by Mariam Babangida. I didn't go there to MC, I went there to dance. So yes, I love to dance, and dancing could have been my profession. I considered it at some point. I had been on stage for 15 years before I made a decision to stay on stage as a profession and to train other people to do what I do, because I know that many people like me who like to talk, who want to communicate some message, or even just want to work on stage as compares or masters of ceremonies. So I was glad to start training. I've done so, I've enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of people who are not happy day to day, who don't feel fulfilled. They see fulfillment in the future. They go, oh, when I do this, I will be fulfilled, when I do that. And for me, from my perspective, one of the things stopping people from going after that fulfillment is the courage to just take the leap. So I decided late last year to start teaching people about how to summon this courage and confidence to do that thing that they really want. I love what I do. I work from home. I enjoy going out with friends. And I love this right now, having to speak about all of this here. That's Joyce. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. And I bear it all. What you see is me. I don't have any secrets, none. Well, not really.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for that background. So I would say that my next question would be to say that many people on this call, and I'm glad that you kind of like touched it almost at the end. Many of people on this call have attained, I would like to say, a certain level of success on their journey up until now. And they are at that point of, well, many trying to seek clarity, trying to take it to the next level, trying to find themselves, trying to now maybe possibly have found themselves because they've been on Speak for Gold, but they're thinking, I've been on the backstage for so long. I've been a mom, I've been a wife, I've worked. Now is the time for me to go up to the center stage. So I think the first real question I would like to ask in this regard is, how do people gain that confidence, with all the things you've learned and you've known from people that you've spoken to, gain that confidence going from backstage really to center stage? What would you tell one person really that is on this call? And Idora says me. Okay, so what would you tell Idora?
Confidence. Confidence is an action word. Confidence is a doing word. Confidence comes from doing. Confidence comes from doing. Confidence comes from doing. Confidence comes from doing. Confidence is not courage. Confidence is a belief in one's ability. So ability comes from doing. I have never flown a plane. I don't have the ability to fly the plane. I don't have the confidence to fly a plane if I'm asked to fly a plane right now. Do I have the confidence to learn to fly a plane? Yes, I could. But if I'm giving, the planes use keys. If I'm giving a key to start a plane and fly it, I have no clue. So I have no confidence because I have no ability to. So to build confidence in a particular area, I would use the keys to life, 5 W's and 1 H. What do you need to learn? Who will teach you? Where? There's so many questions you can ask within the 5 W's. How do I go about it? So I want to be confident in business, or I want to be confident in speaking. Thankfully, Coach Eden has just shown us all so much. She showed us so much about your speaking. So you go, okay, somebody said, yes, I think I'm a motivational kind of speaker. I am an inspirational kind of speaker. Then you start doing more of you practice more of the skills in that space that you say that goes up. Confidence comes from doing. It's an ability, it's a skill, it's a capability. It's not sexually transmitted, not genetically transferred. It has to be done. So to build confidence, we ask specific questions. I want to chase something in future. What do you need to learn to do that? Who do you need to become to get that? Do it. No other way. Confidence does not come from affirmations. No. Confidence does not come from studying alone. Confidence comes from doing.
Okay, fantastic. I think that's a word for somebody.
Someone says my line
Confidence comes from doing. Yes, it's a little here and there. So confidence comes from doing. So the next one I would ask with that in terms of, so again, going back to this same person who is, if there were 3 steps really you had to say, so I know you've kind of like entered that inside, but if there were 3 steps I had to take, now I've not been out there. I don't even know what it is out there. So I've just found my message. I think I have an idea, a bit of clarity in terms of what to do. And I'm hearing a lot about things about visibility. I'm hearing things about in social media. I'm hearing about doing Instagram lives. And they're not things that are second nature to me. If there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys, you could say, this is how you go from where you are to being this person. I guess you say doing, and doing is taking a step, but what are some of the mental workings that need to happen before I take that step? What would you say that would be?
I would say you've mentioned a few things. I'm hearing about visibility. So I would ask somebody who knows more about visibility. What is visibility and how do I become more visible? So I would ask questions to the professionals. It makes things better, in my opinion, when you work with professionals who know the way. Not guess yourself. You can study on your own, yes, but of course, whatever you're studying, you're reading from professionals. So consult professionals is an important point. Don't work with quacks and don't try to cut corners. There are no shortcuts. You will come back to the road and you realize you have to start from scratch again. So understand that thing. You said it's talking about Instagram lives, for example, or social media lives, YouTube lives. Ask the questions again. What do I need to know about these things? Are there times of the day that are better than others and blah, blah, blah? But I will go back now to say, what do you really want? Sometimes what you want is not popular. Sometimes what you really want might contradict what the professionals say. And this happens a lot because professionals said planes could not fly, but 2 brothers said planes will fly, and we all are flying in planes today. So sometimes what you want, you don't hear the professionals. I would still say there is something given to us by God. It's called gut. Go with your gut. To get more confident in using your gut, what do? Use your gut. The more you go with your gut, the more confident you become at following your gut. Many people who are successful are gutsy. They just know, I have this, I know this is what they said, but this is how I feel. This is how I feel. And so you do that thing that you feel. And if it fails, guess what? Embrace it. Failure is feedback. Failure is not shame. Failure is feedback. Failure is feedback. Failure shows you something. Failure tells you where to improve. Failure tells you who to ask. Failure tells you what to reinforce. Failure is feedback. So embrace it. Anything worth doing well is worth failing at. So it's okay to fail. Embrace it. Many high flyers have been taught what doing well is, anything worth doing is worth doing well. Well, I'll add anything worth doing is worth failing at. Then you can take the feedback and say, I failed because, for example, I failed in maths in SSCE woefully. I had a P7 in maths, I had a P7 in physics. What it showed me was when I was honest with myself, I wasn't listening in class because I said I didn't like my teacher. Even when the teacher was changed and I liked her, I felt I was too far gone, so I didn't give attention to it. So when I went now to the place called School of Basic Studies in Port Harcourt, to go and look for a teacher to teach me maths for what GCE. Guess what? I attended his classes twice before I paid because I wanted to be sure I liked him, because now I understand that it's easier for me to. So failure is feedback. So what is the failure telling you? If you're not sure, ask another professional to help you dissect your failure, and then you'll see, oh, okay, here, oh, okay, see, oh, okay, oh, yeah, oh, I get it. So now I know what to go do. Follow your guts. So I've said follow professionals. I've said follow your guts, which is where courage comes in. Courage is the ability to do in spite of fear and perceived harm. Courage is the ability to do in spite of fear and perceived harm. Courage is the ability to do in spite of fear and perceived harm. So I'm afraid, I don't know if people attend my live. I don't know if, they would like my brand. I'm not sure, but guess what? I show up with that brand. I show up at that live. I do in spite of. That would be my number 3. Do in spite of.
Fantastic. Okay.
Overthinking be the challenge. Just do.
Okay. I'm still in that zone. I want to touch a bit of doubt. We've talked about confidence, but it's possible, and I would throw this back with hoping that you can share with us a bit of personal experience on your journey. I know you've talked about failure, and I love that you took failure. So doubt. So yes, again, amazing stuff you've shared, and it sounds like I should go for it. But am I sure? Am I good enough? Will people like me? How do I deal with that? That's one. And just, is it something you've had to go through? And what is the process to just doing it in spite? How do you deal with doubt? I think that's the question. How do you deal with doubt?
So two things from my experience. Number one, from very young, I set the context. I've been a fighter from young, so I stopped caring very early about what people think about me. Quite early, maybe around age 6. I stopped caring because I realized I ain't gonna please everybody. I got 7 sisters and brothers, and they be so intelligent. People gonna be asking me why I'm talking all the time. What? I'm gonna do me. So if you don't like it, listen the other way, turn your eyes around. Looking at me is a choice. Choose not to look. Hello. So by primary 2, I was already speaking that way, like, you don't like my hair, why are you looking at it? Are your eyes trees? Are they planted? So my mouth was very sharp. I was the child who made principals, headmistresses, teachers send for my parents all the time. Joyce has done it again. She has said something, she has hurt someone. You come for me, I come for you, I come for your grandfather, your grandmother, your whole family at once. So for me, I have been in the habit of not caring. Habits are formed over repetition. Repetition is the law of deep and lasting impression. The more you do, the more you become. So from young, I had to learn how not to care. So now I am good at it. So if you start learning now, you will become good at it. How do you deal with fear, with doubt? And I'd like to link doubt with fear. Doubt is a feeling of uncertainty. That's how the dictionary describes it. A feeling of uncertainty. So I would like to dissect the uncertainty first. Why do I think people wouldn't like me? It's okay to ask. And if the answers are cogent, like they may not like me because my English isn't good. You have two options. Fix the English, speak in another language that they will like. That's option one. Or two, don't care. Speak in spite of. People have come to me several times to say, oh, Joyce, I don't really want to speak Pidgin. I want to speak correct English. And I go, why? Let me understand your why first, because Two-Face, P-Square, and all them guys have gone around the world in Pidgin, so I don't know what you're talking about yet. Bright, right. AKA Basket Mouth and Co., they've built major empires on Pidgin English. So let me understand why you want to drop your Pidgin first, right? And then some people just say, well, okay. I have a lady who MCs in Pidgin now because she has received the validation too, but she wanted to drop it. And I said, why? So she's not a comedian per se, but she MCs in Pidgin, and people are looking for her because there's market for her. But she was going to be looking to argue with someone like me whose Pidgin is not even so good. But if I forfeit Lenam, I for Lenam because I like him. But somehow it's what it is. So dissect your doubts. If it's something that can be fixed, fix it. If it's something that can't be fixed, begin to embrace it and say, this is where the place of affirmations come in. This is where the place of doing meditations will come in, where you go, I embrace myself the way I am. I embrace my dreadlocks. I embrace the fact that I don't like to wear makeup all the time. And guess what? People who see me without makeup will love me like this. Guess what? They're gonna wanna have their hair like mine. Oh my goodness, they're gonna just love me. Like, where is she coming from? Now, I'll tell you something that happened at one of the largest events I've compared. There were over 2,000 people at that event. It was a 2-day program, right? And during tea break on day one, meaning the event hadn't been on for longer than 3 hours, one of the conveners of the event called me and said, Joyce, I think you're a bit much. You're a bit too energetic for this crowd. I think you should tone it down just a little bit. It's a bit different from what we're used to. She came with a funny and all of that. So she says, you tone it down a little, you're a bit much for us, we're not used to you. For feedback from your client, it will do to you, multiply your doubt or make you happier. To take the doubt from 0 to 100 like that. So guess what I did? Thankfully, it was at a hotel and I had been lodged upstairs. I went to my room on the 8th floor. I poured cold water on my face. I looked in front of the mirror and said, Joyce, guess who you are? You are much. You are a lot. That's who you are, actually. You are plenty. You are like 10 people in one. So guess what you're going to do today? You're going to be you. You're not going to learn today on stage how to be somebody you are not. You're going to be all of you and a bag of chips plus more. And anybody who doesn't like it, they can leave now. So honey boo boo, let's go downstairs and be Joyce. I went downstairs and I be me. And they told me that in the over 12 years of their event, where they give events, I say, what did you like about the program? They said they had the highest rating for MCs ever. I had 99%. They called me 2 weeks later when they were doing the review meeting to say people kept going. In fact, one of the conveners sent me a message. She said, we had more feedback about you than about almost anything else in the program. Like, who is she? Her energy, I love it. I said, imagine if I didn't go with my guts and I started trying to learn to be somebody else. So to deal with your doubt, ask questions. Is it going to benefit me if I go ahead or if I stop because of this doubt? If the answer is it's going to benefit me to go ahead, please go ahead. That's where you need courage. You need courage to overcome doubt. But you can also analyze your doubts intellectually because it could be something that can be fixed.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Guys, please let me just, Joyce, give me 1 minute. Okay, I need to know, what did we hear from Joyce? She said a number of things back to back to back, and she said it, I don't know, Joyce, she's spoken for 20 minutes, just in case you've not noticed. I would like to know, what have you heard so far? I can see Coach Bim says, do you? What else have you heard that Joyce has said this evening? that, just that she just dropped as small nuggets, small nuggets. What can we write? I need us to just write that down. Let me just read a few of them. What has Joyce said so far that, that is incredible? Be authentic. Okay. Failure is feedback. Yes. Follow your guts. Yes. Courage is the ability to do in spite of fear and perceived harm. Yes. Change for no one. Yes. I am a crowd. Yes. Dissect your doubts, question it. Yes. I heard about 10 people talking. Question your doubt. Grow your confidence by doing. Be you. You are 20 people in one. Okay. Anything worth doing is worth failing. If you fail, embrace it, be original. Don't develop glossophobia. Go with your guts. Do in spite of. You guys are fantastic students. You guys are taking notes. Confidence comes from doing. Failure is feedback. Okay, love it. I can see. Guys are taking notes. Next question. Consult professional. Yes, thank you, John, for that. Another
question. Before we go to the next question, let me clarify something, please. Remember to analyze. So there was a time I was told by someone dear to me that I cut into people's conversations. So if I was having a conversation with 3-4 people, she said to me, Joyce, you take over conversations. Now, that was feedback worth analyzing. It was going to be better for me to adjust when I'm in a group talking with more. So that I had to change. So now when I'm having a conversation with people, even though sometimes I really want to say something, I bite my tongue and I just keep quiet because I speak. And you have such a strong personality. The moment you speak, you take over. So bite it, drink water. So sometimes you change for the betterment of other people. Some people know it as for ecological good, for the betterment of the world. You adjust. It doesn't change you from being who you are. You just become better. Let me drink water.
Okay.
Next question.
Yes, drink water. Love it. Okay, guys. Edith says good clarification. Constructive feedback is worth analyzing and improving. Yes. Amy says emotional intelligence. If you have any questions for Joyce, let me know. My next question for you would be to say, how do we deal? So many people here, again, like I mentioned, just giving a bit of profile of, a few of the people that are in this class, they are, in a way, starting in a new field. They've achieved something thus far. They are becoming coaches, they've had years of experience in something, they found their voice, they found their message, now they're going out. But they're going out into a place where we have the likes of the Joyce, we have the likes of the FD, we have the likes of this mighty men and women out there who have had years and years. What would you say would be that thing that can enable each person stand out? Like, how do I stand out in the midst of just these great people out there and not feel tiny, and not feel like my voice is not enough, and not feel like I am irrelevant, because I can see Steve Barris and I can see Bankole Williams and all these guys are great, doing amazing stuff. And I'm just starting in this industry in a way. How do I not cower down? How do I still stay confident in as I come out, as I go to the center stage? Any thoughts?
Yes, a number of thoughts, and I'm not sure I can number them, so somebody should please help me number the thoughts. Number one would be, you must I don't want to use the word must, want to stand out, desire it. I realize that not everybody really desires to stand out. They have not yet given themselves permission to desire to stand out. So desire to stand out first. Desire becomes an obsession. It allows you to begin to conspire to make things work for you. Give yourself permission to want that desire to stand out. Some of us do not think it is righteous, humble, to really want to be out there. I would also say that almost anybody who really is out there wanted to be there. I don't really know anybody yet who graduated with the first class and said, oh, it was just my mistake. I didn't know what happened. I just got to school that day. They told me I graduated with the first class. No, they worked for it. They wanted it. And in their lifestyle, you could tell these ones, see them, hot head, all those boma them. Eh? Now them go come 2-1, first class. From people's behaviors, you can tell what they desire. Somebody said to me, Joyce, I don't think you desire a first class because from the way you behave, I can tell you don't. You are so unserious, you can't get it And in truth, I had a tutu. Oh, I didn't desire it. I didn't desire it because I felt I couldn't get it. So I didn't allow myself desire it. So desire first. And own your desire and say, you know what, I really want to be great. Guess what? I want to be so great the whole world will know me. There, I've said it. Desire. Think about it. Put up the pictures. You know, this is where you now do all the vision boarding and all the things if you know how to do it right. Desire. Then 2. Remember what it is you reasons why I wanted to be at the top of my speaking field. 1, I wanted to be a voice for women. That was that was not my number 1. I wanted to be a voice for restless talkatives. That was my number 1. Talkatives like me who had been out of keep. They've told us to shut up so much. Can we please just talk and let them pay us for talking? At some point, I had to like shout at my mom one day. I said, look, this thing you're waiting me to keep quiet. People are going to pay me to talk. So I wanted other talkatives like me to have guts to just talk, because that's what we do. We talk. We don't know physics. We talk. And it's okay. After all, Ronaldo kicks a ball, for goodness sakes. Serena Williams hits a ball. She hits a ball. For God's sake, she hits a bloody ball. I talk. Beyonce sings. She does not build planes. She dances. I talk. So can we just talk? So that was my first desire, to give permission to restless talkatives. And I used that phrase a lot. Then I also wanted to be a reference point for other women, just like Tara. Yes, from my first date, 11th of November 2007, when I talk as a profession, I had 2 people as role models. Tara Fela-Dorotoye, because she created an institution out of makeup artistry, and Ali Baba, because he gave permission to other people to make jokes on stage and collect me. So I was like, yes, I want to also create something that people can aspire to. So I remembered what I wanted, and that's where confidence came from. So as much as I couldn't attend trainings, or not couldn't, I didn't trainings, I kept asking myself what clients were looking for. Why would the clients hire me? Why would the clients want to pay me? And then whenever I got the answer, I would make sure I could do that thing. I would do that thing. Remember, confidence comes from doing. I would do, I would show up, I would do, I would show up, so that I could be. Number 3 thing, how many things have I said now? I said number 1.
You've said.
Well, the next thing I want to say is copy or copyright. It's okay to copy from other people what they're doing that's right. You don't have to generate it if it's not authentic to you. It's fine. Who pays for authenticity anyway? Duh. They just pay for great stuff. So it's okay to copy somebody else who is doing that thing that you want to do without wanting to be them. So I see that this particular person stands this way when she speaks, and I think I like that. It gives some sort of power. I'll copy it and stand this way just because it gives me power. But I don't want to be her. I want to be Joyce that has a power stance, full stop. So I'm taking from them. Copy but copyright. It's fine. You don't need to recreate something and say, no, I want to be the authentic. Just be the authentic you. There's nothing new under the sun, right? Everything you want to do, somebody else has done it. So it's okay to look at what they are doing and get. Then there's something I called blinders and earplugs. In fact, by the grace of God, that's the title of my autobiography that will be ready in a few years. Blinders and earplugs. Blinders, I read about it in a book called Black Beauty. When I was in JS1 or so, I read that book. Black Beauty was a horse, and they used to wear blinders for him and other race horses, so you don't see the person on the next lane when they were racing, right? I never feel your lane, because sometimes when you look at other people's lanes, you get confused. You start slowing down. You start missing your lines. You start missing your steps. So wear blinders so that all you can see is your goal, so that you stay focused. Wear earplugs. Earplugs make you deaf, because sometimes the advices you get from other people will not serve. Wear earplugs that can deafen you. And when somebody's talking to you, like, I can't hear what you're saying. All I can hear is what's inside my head. I wore a lot of earplugs and blinders. So when people came to me to say, Joyce, this thing you're doing, it's not a profession, right? It's just a hobby that people do. You should go get a proper job. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I can't know what I want in my head. Hello. When I become successful, you come and tell me, Joyce, I always knew you make me proud. So wait till then, I'll come in, just give me 10 years first. I set a 10-year goal for myself. In fact, I said to one person, give me till 2017. If I am not yet as successful as I say I would be, I'll quit. But give me till 2017. This is 2007. Give me till 2017. So I was like, there is no giving up till 2017 because that was the time I had given. So you can set such goals for yourself, right? And it gives you freedom to be okay when things are not always falling in place. Like sometime in 2014, jobs were not coming as such. There was no money like that. It wasn't looking like the dream. And I go, but it's 2014, 2017 is still 3 years away. Okay, so Joyce, relax, sit, drink water, drink juice. All right.
Drink water,
but if
right.
I have the 2017 in mind, guess what? In 2014, by 2014, I might have given up because I would have felt, well, I've tried the best. It didn't work. But so it's okay to set such goals for yourself. Wear your blinders, wear your earplugs, copy from other people where you need to without wanting to be them. Follow your guts. What was that number one thing I said again?
Somebody wrote it down.
Again.
Okay, who picks number one?
Yeah, desire.
Yes, desire.
Desire to be it, desire to be great, desire to be desire to be big, want it.
Stand out.
It's all right to want it.
Own your desire. Okay, so Joyce, I have a question. Somebody's asking, how do they connect with you? Again, what are the different ways they can connect with you? They can be a part of what it is that you do. How can people, beyond following you on social media, what other ways can they be a part of your world? This Joyce energy that we see.
So there are three major ways that you can be a part of my space and how I think, and want to collect some stuff from my brain. You want to use me to think too and add me to your thinking space. Number one will be to have a one-on-one session. Just call us up and say, I'd like to have a one-on-one session, and pay for it. Yeah, pay for it, not free.
That's the last question I'll ask you. I'll ask you about charging. Okay, no problem. Yes, that's my last question.
Yeah, I'll be ready for that. So you can pay for a one-on-one session. That's a great way if you also are the kind of person who thinks you do best just by yourself. Number two, you can join the Titanium Club. I love the Titanium Club because it is the place where I am pouring out everything that is me and all that I know, all that I'm learning, I'm pouring it out. Titanium Club has one goal: to teach people to develop mental toughness. To be so mentally tough that when you see your challenges coming, guess what you do? Like, come on, baby, I've been waiting for you. I knew you was gonna come 21. I've been ready for you. Not that you get into a place of challenge and you break down. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Gosh, I am so tired of seeing people get into hard times and completely break down. Even the Bible says, even the day of a fight, you fail. It means you were never strong in the first place. I want you to be strong because the challenges are going to come. Don't kid yourself. They will come in torrents. So when they come in torrents, will you still stand? The Titanium Club is all about developing that state of toughness. And there are things to do. WhatsApp group or on a Facebook group, we have meetings every other week. And we have topics for the month. This month, our discussion points are fear and doubt. So yesterday we were in class, we dissected fear, we dissected doubt, and then we had assignments on things to do to alleviate your fear and doubt. Next month, we're talking about courage. Next month, we have topics till November. There are other programs, but these are the easiest two.
Okay.
To get in here to apply to what you need. Okay. Top of the world group coaching. Let me talk about that one because I really love that one too. Wait. Let me talk about that one. That one we started on Saturday, the 6th of March. Wait. This is the first time I'm hosting it in my life, and I'm so excited. top of the world. I put that together. Sometime I was taking a walk in November and it hit me that, Joyce, from the first day, Sunday, 11th November 2007, that you wanted to become a master of ceremonies, you decided that day that you were going to be one of the top 10 MCs within 10 years, and you hit it. What did you do? So I sat down, I thought through it, and I saw the 4 major things I did. And I said, now I want to teach this to other people who want to get to top 10. Albeit within 10 years. It's a system that can be replicated. So we meet once a week for 7 weeks. Our first meeting actually is on Sunday. What we had on Saturday was just the welcome meet. And then we will be showing exactly how to get to the top of the. There's 100% guarantee stamped on it. If you do what you learn, you will get there, guaranteed.
Bam.
Else I'll change my name to adjust. And I'll give you your money back immediately.
That's
because
it.
I ain't coming to take your money for you not getting what you want to get. I'll give you your money back, 100% guaranteed if you don't get results. But you have to do the work and show me that you did the work and it didn't work, then we'll refund. 3. All right.
All right, thank you. So 3 ways: one-on-one coaching, the titanium group, and then the top of the world group, right? 3 ways.
Group coaching, yes, a group
coaching. So I know I had the flyers. Just confirm those are the flyers that I have, right, Joyce? The ones you sent to me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. So I'll send them to the group so that we can connect one way or the other. But I think that we should connect. And on Instagram is at Joyce Daniels. Is to follow Joyce on Instagram.
I am Joyce Daniels.
I am Joyce Daniels. Okay, my last question that has come in, which is almost similar to what I wanted to ask, is how do you go from free to fee on this journey of being an MC and being a speaker? I'm sure there are times where, just even people understanding what role that you play. How do you go from, how have you managed that collecting little or zero to this point where you are fully blown? I can't even say that. You're fully blown and you're collecting what you're collecting. And many people are starting again and they are family and friends. And it's not easy for family and friends to drop fees in a way for what it is that they offer. So how do you do that transition? What are some of the things that you do? How do I begin to charge for this thing that I know that I'm good at? Now I have learned to go center stage. I've heard about courage, about doing, but do I just put this amount of money on it? And so how do I do that transition going from free to fee? What do you think?
Okay, let me answer that question by painting a scenario. Some students finishes from university at age 21 or 22, graduates with a 2-1 or first class, and is hired by a company like Microsoft or Access Bank or Total. Are they paid salaries?
Yes.
What's they don't make small money. They pay them real money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on the sector, of course. Some sectors will pay so much. Why? Why are they paying them when they're just coming out of school? They're paying them for what is perceived to be a way of doing something. For you to have graduated with a 2-1 or a first class, we know you have a certain kind of knowledge and lifestyle, because not everybody could attain this. You have to have a disciplined life, as it were, to get to this. So we trust that you have something to offer, and that's why we're willing to pay you. So I like to say, the moment you are resolute in what you know, charge money. Even if it's your first gig, don't do it for free. If you know what you know, you be 2-1, you be first class. You can't come to this program at pay your money, attend, speak for gold, and you'll be charging for free. Fuck you, Speaking for, so always put yourself side by side the person who's out of school and gets a job and is paid, and paid well. They're paid for a lifestyle, a work ethic, and knowledge. So do I have that knowledge? Do I have that work ethic? Will I show up when I need to show up? Will I deliver on point? That's number one. Number two is, if you can get somebody that can speak on your behalf, it will go a long way. So it's okay to actively look for such. 2007, Ndidi Obioha of Enthist Events was the event planner who spoke on my behalf. That year, I collected 200,000 as an MC. That year. I said when? That year. I remember the first job was November. Before Christmas, I had collected 200K because Ndidi spoke for me. She knew what the going rates were. She knew this girl is good, so she on my behalf. And when they paid me the money, I was like, for what? For this talking that I'm just talking like this. This money is what? Oh my God. This taxi driver that's carrying me cannot know I'm holding this kind of cash here. You mean they gave me this money to just do? I didn't even know they could give me that kind of money. But Ndidi knew. So you might want to talk with somebody who knows what is the going rate in town and can speak on your behalf. That's something I would say to anyone. It's an accelerator. It's a catalyst. It's okay to ask somebody. Like I have asked several times now. I will go to one of my seniors, so that you know this person who is sitting in the committee. Please, auntie, please put in a word for me and tell them how much you think I should collect. And she'll call me and she says, okay, Joyce, I was at the meeting yesterday where I spoke with my friend who's there, and I told them they should just take my girl and please just give her 1.1 million. You know, let her just manage that one. I may not have been able to negotiate that money for myself, but that's why I went to Auntie's house and I bought apples when I was going, because she likes apples. And I said, Auntie, please do this for me. Knowing full well that her opening the door for me, I will keep the door open. She's not doing me a favor. She's doing them a favor. They need me, but she needs to tell them that they need me, because on their own, they don't know they need me. So let's be humble about it. For her, other point I will say is, I always give 4 reasons to work for free. If you must work for free, please let them be one of these 4. Let them be one of these 4. Number 1, for experience. If you absolutely must do it for free, speak for free, then do it for experience and know that it's gaining mileage for you. So don't speak for free and regret later to say, I spoke there, they didn't even give me anything. What did you do it for? In this case, I did it for experience. Number 2, do it for network. This is one of the reasons why I speak for free now, because the network of people I'm going to meet will be good for me. Yeah, I will meet people who will love me, who will want to be on my program. So that's it. Who would say, hey, Joyce, we need you for this. Hey, Joyce, we need you for that. Hey, so must your payment actually. So you're not working for free. You're working for network. Don't mix the two up. Working for free is working for free. This is not free. When I come to work somewhere and I don't ask for fees, it's for something. And if I can't see what that thing is, then I don't come. I don't show up. So if it's not for network, it's for experience. Or number 3, it's for marketing material, which will put me in a good light to say, oh, Joyce spoke at so-and-so place. And then I can use it to say, yeah, she's associated with such a something. It's marketing. Marketing is positioning. It's branding. To say, oh, Joyce is associated with. So if that's all I get, it's okay, because I need that material too, to put it in my CV, to put it in on my website, to say, hey, I've done this thing for this person and that. So did I work for free? No, I worked to get marketing material. Number 4 is for love. I can work for you because I love you. But if I don't love you, I'm not getting network. I'm not getting material. Please let me stay at my house and drink my Gary. Please. All right. So that you don't come out of working for free and feel bad. That's the part I don't like, when you've done it and then you start to regret it. So let it be amongst one of these 4. Else, hold your chest mind and stay in your house.
Right. And drink your water. Okay. Right. Okay, so I have a question, and I think it's the last question before I know I've stretched it a little longer than you wanted to. Last question. I can imagine, and if those that know Joyce and you probably follow her, you see green, green, green everywhere. I can imagine your wardrobe is filled with green all the way. I would like to know, why green? Did you do like a color
should I
coding
show you
something?
my wardrobe?
I'm sure. Did you do like a color coding something to say, okay, green is the color? Is it a revelation? I don't know, but why green? That's actually somebody asking, but I'm just trying to.
In 2016, I was asked to speak at an event somewhere for young people. And I was going to be working for, in quote, speaking for free. And I had told I wasn't going to come because they were not going to give me an honorarium. And I didn't feel that I was trying to get, it was not a crowd that inspired me to speak, especially if you're not going to pay me. So I had said no to them. And then it was my son who asked me, oh, why aren't you going? And I said, oh, they're not paying for it. And I can't see what other, hold on. I can't see what other benefits. Wait, hold on, Joyce. But you had said, Joyce, that you do this for the inspiration of Nigerians. Hold on, wait. Wait. So if you go and speak there, Joyce, it means you'll be inspiring another Nigerian to become, which is your ultimate goal. So Joyce, why do you even do these things that you do? I said, but you had always said it's your lifeblood. You're doing it for the betterment of Nigeria because you forbid it that on your watch, anybody will use stupid phrase, Nigerian factor. You had said you would eliminate it from your industry, that thing called the Nigerian factor, where you are paid but you don't deliver, where you're paid but you work with substandards. So go and teach these children, these young people, about what it is to be Nigerian. And guess what you're going to wear? You're going to wear the Nigerian color to go there. And after that event where I wore a green dress, in fact, I had to make a green dress because I needed to remember why I'm doing what I'm doing. You're not doing it just for the money, Joyce. You're doing it for the betterment of this country because you want to be able to export human resources from this country in your field. So I wore green there. And I said, you know what? You keep wearing green when you work to remember why you do what you do. It is for country first. Full stop. And then after a while, I asked myself, why only when you work? You can do it every day. Because if he wanted me, this is me now, please, this is just my own thing. If he wanted me to be in Canada, I think I would have been born there. I think that's me thinking, that's just me saying, he needs me here right now. So I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna wear green for this. It's green, white, green. So it's more green than white. So I wear green and white. And it came to stay and I felt, you know what, we're just gonna do this. Then one day somebody now said, hey, this is your brand. And I was like, oh, it's a brand thing. And people were like, oh, madam, you're coming for our program. Are you going to wear green? I'm like, oh, hold on. People are not, it's a brand, is it something? Let's do this. Brand up. That was how it started. That's how it's come to stay. It has saved me money because I can wear the same dress for 10 events and nobody notices because all they see is green. In 2018, I will say it again, I wore 6 dresses from January to December and 1 pair of shoes. Nobody noticed because the color blinded people from seeing the outfit. So it saves me money. It saves me thinking about what to wear. This dress, this one I'm wearing right now, this very particular one, this one, I think I've seen it, this one. If it had legs, it would have run because there are times where I was traveling for 10 days and this is the only dress I carried and I wore it for 5 events. Wear with canvas in one, wear with high heel in another one. And nobody do know the difference. Another one wear turban, but it's the same dress. All they see is green. So it saved me money, time, and energy. So it has worked around. That's why I wear green.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you for coming.
And
we love the green. Coach Beam says, and it looks hot on you. Hot on you.
Thank you,
Joyce,
Coach Beam.
last words. Someone is buying all green dresses for you. Yeah, so you know the gifts to buy dress if you have to. Just buy green dresses for her.
Please don't buy, please, I'm begging you, please don't buy. Give me the money. Please don't buy. Give me the money. I have too many dresses. In the past year, I've received too many gifts from people because they know I like green. They just buy me green stuff. Last year, I got over 24 dresses as gifts from people on Instagram. Please don't buy again. Send me the money. I'll send you my account number. Please. I have enough. Thank you.
They give us the money.
Give
all right,
me
Joyce.
the money.
Any last words for us? Just talking to everyone, just your last words in terms of going from backstage to center stage and just sending the people to just go and be and deliver and just be who they are supposed to be.
From backstage to center stage, my last words tonight will be, there are no last words. To be in center stage, there's always something to say. Don't have last words. Have words. Always. Anytime. Every time. There are no last words.
Okay.